Hei, folkens. Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a product there was a lot of discussions about. I think many have seen something about these ones, the Njård RDA. The fun thing with this RDA is it's have a Norwegian designer. Has been a Norwegian, then of course that's extra fun. It's superb to find a product a Norwegian have made, who is functional and got international. I'm not a vaping equipment guy. I don't do reviews normally. My knowledge is in taste. I've been mixing some years. Also have the e-juice line sold in some countries. I'm still into flavor shot productions with commercial available. I must humbly say I got quite good feedbacks from testers and other mixers and customers. Thank you for that. Since I get the chance to check this RDA out, a lot of people and friends asked me, because of my knowledge in sense then, what I would think about it. And I know a lot of you are waiting for my review. I follow the designer Morten Øyen from time to time on YouTube. I've seen a lot of his things. Even it's controversial, a lot of things, but I can also see a lot of his views on things in the vaping stuff. Could be possibly ideas by science. I had some contact with the designer also in this review to get some tips for the best setups. And the product I bought for my own money and also order it as anyone else could do. This is nothing I've given to test out or whatever. I'm testing it of my own reasons. I don't believe it could be so bad of what I've seen on the pre discussions about it. And I wanted to find out, could this be something for me? My review is based only of my views on taste. I don't care about, in fact, the designer and whatever, and what people have said. I want to try myself. I want to give my honest opinion about it. In the package, it's normal screwdriver, extra O-rings, extra screws, air blade, and a nice direction about how to coil and wicking to mount it. One thing I found quite good with it, it's very easy to mount the coils because it's slot on both posts. So it's just to slip it in, twist and slide in the leg and screw it fast, and then take the other one. Very easy, not so fumbling and fiddling with getting the coil legs through holes and everything. That's nice. In my setups, I just mounted the coil total horizontal at the top slot. The top of the coil is total horizontal. That was my start of it. Sad enough, this is not made for squonker, but it seems possible to perhaps convert it. I feel it's could be enough material in the center part to drill through and make use a squonk pin there. I'm not sure, but it feels like it. Perhaps I'm gonna try, I don't know. The drip tip in Ultem is great. It's very pleasant in use, and it has a roundness who, yeah, do it very nice to use. I like it very much. The look of it, well, it's black. There's nothing else to say. When you see on when I'm holding it now, you wonder what in the hell have I put on it? I have a band on the top cap. I'm gonna talk about it later. Just hang on and relax, and you're gonna hear it. Why? It's matte black. The paint seems quite durable. I don't find it easy scratched without using a sharp object anyway. All EU spills will for sure gonna be shoved very easy. That's normal when it's a matte surface, whatever. It's not only on this production, but on every product with matte. My first test, I was with fused Clapton, 2x28 plus 32 GA Cantal. And I spaced it and made it 2.5mm inside, and it come out on 0.38 ohms. And I started without the air blade. I wanted to find out how this was, and yeah, I can show it. When you see here, you're gonna see how this looks. It's something a bit unusual when you see on it. It is three-legged parts here. The air blade is this one. It has some, it's not so easy to show it because I don't know if this, every part of these three things you stick up here have a slide with where the air is going through. And when I follow the directions of these holes, then I see this could make a swirl effect. I believed it would be in the top cap, but it seems like it's this thing who is gonna make this correct. But on, looks like this. A lot of reviewers said it wasn't taste at all. This RDA was tasteless. That's bullshit. It's taste, even with that fused Clapton setup. But okay, it's not prominent. It's weak, but it is there. Whatever. About 50 to 65 watts felt to be the best things I could do with it. With the air blade on, it comes a bit more taste. And I also found out I need to adjust more the inhaling method to get best taste out of it. It's kind of softly brown taste, just sudden off a bit weak. At least as my typical setup, what I'm known from before. I felt with the air blade I found out 40-45 watts fit better than the higher without. In the next setup I tried with fuse clapton in SS, stainless steel. It was a bit thicker thread outside, but not much. Same diameter inside of the coil, and the coil come up out to 0.42 ohms. And still I put the top of the coil horizontal to the upper slot. Also here I got some soft taste, even if I didn't get more. I just get some changes in the notes. 50 to 60 watt here too. Felt the best thing I could do about this. I didn't feel exactly any big or some difference between with or without the air blade. At least not much. It was very little. And I tried my third setup. I discussed a bit with Morten to hear what he could say of what should be better when he heard my first, or when I got my first reviews on these other coils. And he said, give me an advice to try a more exotic types. I searched around and looked and see what I had, and I found, okay, I have at least some Caterpillar track wire. So I used that in 4 times 20H GA plus 30 GA rounds. It gave me a coil on 0.34 ohms. And still I use this 2.5 millimeter inside. As he mentioned, could at least what he felt was the sweet spot for this RDA. I took the chance and followed him on that. I felt something happen. Suddenly I got more taste. A lot more taste, in fact. I put in the air blade, and then the taste came. More soft and nicely rounded than I'm used to, but nice. Suddenly it got enjoyable. I found out 50 to 60 watts was what fit me best for the taste. And suddenly it wasn't either so specific on the inhale methods. You could vary it more without any problem. And at least I can say then, fuse claptons, as also was sometimes said could be okay, don't function really good in this stripper. More exotic ones seems to benefit for the taste. I'm going to be eager to try this further on with other coils, as aliens, etc., etc. Some exotic ones. And even if I change to this Caterpillar track coil, I didn't need to begin to alter much the voltage. That was not a big need for using this. Also, change in height of the coil didn't seem to do so much. It didn't alter the taste a lot. The coil type was the thing who made it good or not. Pros and cons. Well, sad enough, the air holes in the cap seems quite normal. They are perhaps not quite round, but as I understand it from the the things said up front, this top cap gonna make a swirl effect on the air inside. I tried blowing in some angles outside and in, and try to feel if I get some of this action. I couldn't. So the top cap itself don't make a lot of this thing, but the air blade do. Also, the camber for air, or the whole top cap or dripper camber, is going to be very much smaller than this air blade inside. And I can understand this suddenly could be a game changer. A lot more than everyone said or whatever they believe. I know they talked about it, that this wasn't revealed up front, said enough perhaps also to the other reviewers before, because it was held back of, to not let it be fast copied by other companies. The EDE function, in fact, it functioned good. For me, I feel this dripper is very open in here, very open. Too much, in fact. It's 3 holes in each rows, who is free of. And in my opinion, all upper holes could be, isn't needed to be drilled. Whatever it's gonna give, not a tight air, whatever. It's very open anyway. To make this function easiest possible, I just used a vape pen. That's the reason for this ring is around. It's just a normal vape pen I put around it, so then I could check out how it's going to be functional, with or without, or just there. Because the top cap itself can't be turned. It's a notch in the deck who holds it correct. Perhaps it could be better without a notch and possibility to turn the top cap a bit. I tried to lift it up over the notch and turned it, and it functions. It closes off or not, and but it's of course very little for the adjustment then. But it should be possible in a way. Mainly because I hope for, you don't want to put on some extras on a product normally. This vape pen I can live with. It's not any problem for me. But at least I have wanted an air adjustment of this. It had been really nice. Is this any game changer? Yeah, in effect it is. I'm not sure if I even gonna call it direct game changer, because this swirl effect have been in other RDAs too. My standard typical RDA to use is the old Steam Crave V RDA. If you see on this, I don't know, so you see it got some turning blades in there, and it puts the air up from top and goes down, and then it makes the swirl effect all the way. And then hold this 2 seconds. That's the thing to make this RDA very good. So the Njord isn't totally a game changer, but it's made in a whole another way, and it functions. It really functions with the right coil. So Morten have done some innovations on it. It can't be said any other way. It's a game changer. The innovations here are functional. When I think back some years and begin to see then about flavor RDAs, much air is a thing you don't make taste. This RDA gives taste with much air. So something is made there. It's something new, whatever people want to say. One of the things I liked very much about it is it gives me the cool vibe I like. Here, you won't get any feeling of, burn your lips or whatever it is, because it's, short way to the coil or whatever it is. But even here, it's not so far away from the coil up. But I don't get any problem with the lip could be too hot or burning or whatever it is. With the air blades in place, it takes some time to adjust the amounts of e-juice you drip in. It's a bit easy to get some leaks. It seems like it's easy to hit the blades and then e-juice can travel out in the channels. When we're looking on this, the chamber is reduced from approximately, I'm not quite sure, but let's say approximately 1 centimeter, 10 millimeter, to this hole in the middle. That's, what should I say, reduced with some millimeters. This is, 4. Yeah, I would say so. Approximately 4, perhaps 5 millimeter smaller in diameter inside when I put on this air blade. Then the chamber won't be big. And flavor gonna be better. The air is adjusted the way to make the swirls and everything by this air blade. It's a nice idea and it's function. The sky production in this area is crazy. I believe this thing could be set up to be a biggest sky tracer you have ever seen. It makes very easy a lot of whipping. But of course, the flavor gonna suffer if set like that. I don't do it. I'm vaping for taste, not for clothes. So it's not gonna be doing for me, but it's possible. And I try to conclude this and see if my standard in DI mixing. I'm gonna still use my old setup with this old steam crayer. Because I feel some of the nuances, the thinner parts of it, or what I should call it, I feel I can taste the nuances better in that. But this RDA, the Njord, is for sure going to be used in mixing evaluations. And also perhaps in daily use because it's so pleasant drip tip to use. Is this an RDA for taste? It has a softer taste than I'm used to. but that's also normal for a lot of RDAs. I have a lot, not so many, but at least the ones that I have checked, of many, everybody have it. So it's nothing unusual. If I'm gonna check out a bit more about nuances on the, well, yeah, for example, the creamy taste and so, I think this is gonna be the one. I would call it a taste tripper. Thanks for watching, guys.